Hi everybody. I was challenged by Creative Grandma to make some scarves. She wanted us to use ice yarns. And then she revamped that to any yarn. Well, here's the two I made using ice yarns for the homeless. Now this one, I don't know if you can see, it's got tan and white. I had to add a white yarn with the ice yarn in order for it to come out the way I wanted it to. And it's pretty long. It should make, here, let's do it this way. It's pretty long. It will wrap around twice. Anyways, yeah, it wraps around me twice. So that's one of the scarves I made using ice yarn. Now the other one's a little shorter, and I did 2 strands of ice yarn together. So this one's just a bit shorter. It's a little thicker, so it should keep a homeless person pretty warm underneath their coat or whatever they have. I've got 2 more scarves that I had done previously, but those are upstairs, and I don't feel like going up and getting them. One of them, the scarves, I have done in Karen Simply Soft's the Sparkle Party yarn, and I have to sew some buttons on that, so that's geared more towards a woman. And then I have another scarf upstairs that I mixed Vanna's, it was a real thin sparkle yarn by Vanna's Choice or something. Not crazy about it. Mixed that with a white yarn also, so it's like a burgundy and white striped. I'll show you the ice yarn that I used. I'm never ordering this one again. I'm not crazy about it. It was on their markdown. It is, all it says is sail plain. It's acrylic with polyamide, and I don't know if you can see this, how it is made. It's got a thread running through there. I hate that kind of yarn. So I have 2 balls left. Got to figure out what I'm going to make with it, since I absolutely hate it. It's soft. I mean, it's a soft yarn. I just don't like how it works up. It's like, sorry for the faces, but it's the truth. It's like, oh my God, it's a pain in my behind. Anyways, so far, that's what I've got done. I need to finish a blanket order that I started a while back to go to Pennsylvania to a family member. Found a couple, my neighbor actually found a couple of mistakes. It's going to be a twin size blanket. She found a couple of mistakes in it, so of course I had to tear it apart, those areas, and I have to remake those squares, and then I have to join them again. And where the 4 corners come together in the join, I'm not fond of that. So what I think I'm going to do is crochet some little flowers. Since it's in purples, I'm going to crochet like little violets and sew them in each segment of those squares where they're joined, like where the 4 corners are. I'm going to sew a real cute little flower in there to make it more unique and hide the way the corners come together. I don't know. Some days I find a really perfect patterns for joining squares, and then once I get it done, I think, hey, this is really cool. And then I get it done and I'm like, oh God, what was I thinking? So that's kind of what I'm working on. I've got a couple projects in the works. I'm still working on a shrug, an oversized shrug that I found on, oh, what is her name? She makes fibers down in the Carolinas. Really nice lady, real cute girl. one of her designers came up with this shrug. I'll have to, it's called the Wonder Shrug, I believe. And that's one of my projects going on. I still have a shawl to finish. Well, 2 shawls to finish. I have 2 summer tops going. Dealing with health issues in the family. Dealing with a lot of craziness going on here. Anyways, and let's just hope 2020 is a better year for us all. I did open my Etsy store a couple weeks ago. It's www.etsy.com/shop/crochet by Sheila W. Love. So that's going on. I used to do events, and I'm finding in Ohio, it's kind of weird. People just don't appreciate the work that goes into handmade items anymore. They don't understand the cost that goes into the yarns and the time it takes to make an item and all the love that goes into it. People just want this disposable, they just want this disposable society. They don't get it anymore. These young people, I mean, when my grandmother or one of my aunts or my mom made something for us, that was a very treasured item that we considered a family heirloom item to save and pass on. I do have some of my ex-mother-in-law's Afghans that she made. This Afghan behind me, a friend that passed away, before she passed on, she gave me this and another one, and she gave my mother 2 Afghans that her sister Catherine had made before she passed away. I treasure things like that. I just don't know why these young people don't treasure these things anymore. And I'm finding that also in the antiquities world, antiques are not treasured anymore. Oh my God, really? Who wants to buy all that junk from IKEA and the dollar store and Walmart that's gonna fall apart? I mean, oh my gosh, handcrafted stuff is so much better. Anyways, that rant is over. I hope everybody has a very happy new year. Here's to being blessed in 2020. God bless everyone. Later.